Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming at you live from the 42nd National Hard Money Conference right here in lovely Fountain Hills, Arizona. We're coming up with our next interview, talking to Steve Buric from Colony American Finance. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you taking time. I know you guys are, really pressing out and getting out there with networking here at the event and, trying to meet as many people as possible. So we appreciate you taking time to sit down with us.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been a great event so far. Definitely a lot of contacts being made. I mean, I think we've already had 2 or 3 deals in the pipeline just from being here. So it's been a great experience so far.
Perfect. So is this your first Pitbull event?
This is actually my first Pitbull event, and
welcome.
Yeah, we've been very impressed with it so far. Leonard Rosen puts on quite a show, and it's been great.
When you're the most interesting man in hard money, you gotta come with your A game when you bring an event, right? So, we've this is our 5th consecutive Pitbull that we've broadcast, and we started working with Leonard a couple of years ago, and just wanting to help Leonard to kind of amplify the events, leveraging digital media. VoiceAmerica.com, our radio partner, has over 3.5 million listeners to their live radio and on-demand podcast, and then we're also broadcasting live on VoiceAmerica.TV, which is another destination that we own and operate, and leveraging all types of digital media, radio and video and print and blog and all that stuff, really just to kind of do a full service kind of marketing distribution ploy for the events that we do. We do about 40 events a year, traveling the country, and it's definitely fantastic, and I love coming out to events, especially, and meeting new people in all different kinds of industries. And so here I am. I get to meet you. And why don't you tell us a little bit about what Colony American Finance is? Yeah,
sure. So we're a direct lender based out of Irvine, California. We're backed by one of the largest real estate private equity firms, Colony Northstar. And really Colony Northstar is our parent company, and the sister company, which is really the spinoff of where we originated from, was Colony American Homes. And after the financial crisis, Colony American Homes went out and bought thousands of homes.
Yeah.
And they were paying all cash. And, really what our management saw was an opportunity or a financing solution for some of the smaller guys that didn't have access to institutional capital. Mm-hmm. So really we just created a product. It's a portfolio product on residential income properties. And really we're the largest in the space. I mean, I think there's 2 other competitors that have kind of reinvented themselves multiple times, but I think we really pride ourselves on efficiency and dependency, and
So you guys are mostly kind of in the residential space for lending, as far as for borrowers looking to do like fix and flips residential or other types of projects.
Yeah. So really what it is it's a commercial based loan or an asset based loan on a portfolio of residential income properties. Okay, cool. So we can finance SFRs, condos, townhomes, and multis up to maybe 25 units.
Okay.
And we consolidate it all into one mortgage. And as long as it's cash flowing, we're able to finance it. And we also do like a bridge product as well.
Okay.
And that's really just acquisition capital. We'll fund up to 80% of your acquisition cost. The real requirements for it is we'll underwrite your real estate track record. We want to see what assets you're looking to target, what market you're in, but really from a liquidity standpoint, is the main qualifier, and you can go out and we'll fund up to 80% of your acquisition costs, and then we'll also be the takeout on the long-term financing. We have a single asset product, which is just more of a conventional mortgage, like your 30-year fixed, and then we also have our portfolio mortgage, which is the 5 or 10-year term, 30-year amortization. But it's been great. I mean, we've funded over 20,000 homes, done over $2 billion in originations just within the last 3 years.
You guys are cooking.
Yeah, so
nice.
We're nationwide lenders, and we operate in all 50 states, so it's been great.
That's awesome. If you look back at, spaces in residential, especially like in 2008 when we had the market collapse and the changing of the status of residential over, the last 10 years, and it kind of being rock bottom, building up, are you guys seeing any indicators of any other market busts, or are things looking steady in that space and able to continue growth?
Honestly, I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I mean, the rental business has been great, and we continually see it growing, honestly. The demographics, especially in today's world with millennials and, especially after the financial crisis, people were either unable to, buy homes or gain access to mortgages. So essentially, people are renting more, and millennials especially, they don't really want to sit down on a 30-year fixed mortgage and stay in one place or one city. The way demographics are going, we see a trend more towards renting as opposed to home buying. It gives people more flexibility.
I was talking to Rebecca Rice last night at the networking event, and that was a comment that she had made, just kind of how the traditional sense of investing for real estate when it comes to the millennial market has been kind of different because exactly that. The millennials are moving around a lot more. Whereas my parents and your parents were probably maybe one or two careers throughout their lifetime. The
married at 23,
right, for 55 years, one house,
fence,
right,
exactly,
and working at that one job for a really long time. And I know that I'm an analytics data guy, and when we look at everything, whether it's internet, radio, distribution for commercials, how everybody consumes content, all the way into the buying habits of millennials, everything is completely different than what's happened over the last 50 years in any of those spaces. And I couldn't even fathom as a millennial like having 7 different careers over my lifetime. That sounds like a lot of schooling, right? You gotta go retool every time you jump into a new career. So kudos to those guys for doing that thing.
No,
so
definitely.
That's awesome. Do you guys see as we kind of shift back over into the real estate stuff, do you guys see certain hotbeds across the country where there's bigger assets or bigger promise for the investor?
I mean, we definitely see a lot of business in the Southeast. I would say your Carolinas, your Georgias, that kind of the sweet spot for us is, the home values in the $70,000 to $150,000 range that are generating anywhere from $700 to $1,000 a month in rent.
Yeah.
And that's really our sweet spot for us. I mean, we can offer non-recourse at 75% leverage, and that's been very popular for a lot of our smaller institutional guys.
I think that's probably a sweet spot for a lot of just residential investors in the first place is, a property that, isn't extremely expensive, but, large enough to be able to facilitate a single family and then give them a place where they have a 3-bedroom home and all that. And, getting your mortgage to a small enough space where you're, charging $1,100, $1,200 a month on rent and having almost 100% profit on your mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a short-term solution for guys that want to feel like they're in a home, and you don't have to commit to a long-term mortgage.
Right.
So we've definitely seen a trend more towards renting versus buying, and we don't really see it slowing anytime soon.
So when you guys are working with funding some of the loans, what do you tell those investors who are looking for like property managers in that space? Because if you have multiple homes that you own that you're operating as your real estate portfolio, how do people manage all of that and making sure that the tenants are paying and the upkeep is taken care of on the house? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tough. I mean, there's different ways to go about it. I mean, you can self-manage. You can hire a property manager for 7 or 8%. I mean, the technology today is great because there's tools available that basically it makes it a seamless process from your mobile phone. Whether it's automating rent collection or marketing to your tenants or prospective tenants. So there's different ways to go about it. We don't necessarily recommend one over the other. I mean, if you're in the business of preserving cash flow, you want to manage them yourselves. But we recognize that maybe this isn't entirely someone's profession, and maybe it's more of a side gig. So they don't always necessarily have the time to do that. But we have partners with like Renter's Warehouse, for example, who offers a great service.
Their marketing is crazy. They're all over the place. I've been traveling for the last year, and it doesn't matter what city that I land in. You turn the radio on, and you're hearing renterswarehouse.com commercials like every other commercial.
Yeah, I mean, they're a great company, very reliable, and we have a lot of clients that use them and actually endorse them as well. So it's been great.
That's awesome. Well, Steve, thank you for joining us on the Voice America live stream here at the 42nd National Hard Money Conference. Before we jump off, though, I want to give you the opportunity to let all of our viewers and listeners know where they can find out more information about Colony American Finance and get a hold of you if they, want to leverage your firm's products for their needs.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we're based out of Irvine, California. I mean, my personal information, you can contact me at steve.buric, Buric, B as in boy, URIC as in cat, at Colony American Finance. And my phone number is on there as well. It's 949-288-7082. Feel free to reach out to me. I mean, at the end of the day, I can take a look at something within an hour or two and get you back some preliminary terms relatively quickly. So
awesome.
Here to help.
Well, you guys give Steve Buric a call. Again, his phone number, 949-288-7082. And go check out colonyamericanfinance.com. So Irvine, California, you said you were from there, or that's where you guys are based out of. I'm going to be in the Orange County area on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of March. Are you guys going to be in town then?
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
All right, well, I'm going to give you a call. We're going to be out there at a new event that we're doing. The owner of the company wrote a book called Finding Your Frequency, how to leverage, how to broadcast yourself in your message. And we're going to be out there as part of a brand new launch of what's called the West Coast Speakers Coalition.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking to some huge names. Greg Reed, Forbes Riley will be there. If you don't know who she is, Forbes is the as seen on TV girl, sold over $2 billion in products,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
So she's on the Speakers Coalition as well. So we're going to be out there doing a live broadcast similar to what we're doing here. And always like to meet up with people while we're out there, especially other folks that we've met at the event. So we'll have to get together and maybe go have some lunch or something.
Yeah, you have my card, so
Absolutely.
I'd love to get in touch with you when you're out there. So
Steve,
show you the beautiful
so
state of Southern California.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really appreciate the time.
So you guys are listening right here to the 42nd National Hard Money Conference live stream at voiceamerica.com/live events. Check it out, facebook.com/Voice America Talk Radio. And of course, bringing it to you in high definition video streaming on voiceamerica.tv/live. We're right here with Steve Buric from Colony American Finance. Go check it out at colonyamericanfinance.com. And when we come back, we're going to be bringing you some more informational discussion topics right here from the Pitbull Conference in lovely Arizona. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after these messages.